Hi, my name is Theresa Chi. I'm the founder of Dog Rescue Thailand. I'm going to answer some of the questions that have been asked on our messenger.
Question. How much does it cost for one dog to be sterilized?
A female dog is 1,200 in medicine only, and for the male dog is 1,000 Thai baht in medicine. We don't count the veterinary cost.
How many dogs are in the shelter right now?
We have 250 dogs in the shelter right now.
What would a day in the life of one of the animals look like?
Well, the thing that starts with is 8 o'clock. We prepare the food for the dogs. It's around there. Between 8 to 8:30, they prepare the food. We have dry food mixed with rice, with bath, which is raw food that we make ourselves with chicken and different vegetables and fruits. So we mix them all together so the dog get that. We have special diets like the skin disease. We have the diets. We have kidney diets. So the food is prepared first between 8 and 8:30. And 8:30 we start feeding the dogs. So the dogs get their food maybe for 1 hour. We are not finished until 10 o'clock. And during that time, we also give them their medicine. We have right now around 75 dogs on medication. No. And after that, the dogs are around to roam free. As you see, the area is very big. You can see. And the dogs are allowed to run around. We do not have small cages for dogs. All the dogs are in bigger sections wherein they are free to run as much as they want. And then the dinner time for them between 2 to 3 o'clock, we start preparing the food for the afternoon. And the same procedure, different food, different diets. And then when everything is ready, we start feeding the dogs. And always when we feed the dogs, there is always one staff in their place to see to it that each dog gets its own bowl. So there is no chance that the one dog will not have food. Every dog will have equal food. And then it's out again, especially for the wheelchair dogs. They're out on the wheelchair again. They get 2 times a day out in the wheelchair and run around for about 1 hour. Then it's nighttime, ready for bed. We put out the blankets, we put out the things that is needed for the evening, and we put out soft music so the dogs can sleep. That's how a day can look like in the shelter.
Next question. How many animals have you rehomed since the shelter began?
Oh, maybe 400 to 500 dogs that has been rehomed.
How do dogs find their way to the shelter? Do you find strays or do people hand them over?
No, we do not have people handing over unless they are stray dogs. All the dogs here are stray dogs. And either we find them on our feeding route when our staff is out feeding the dogs. They see an injured dog, then they will take them in for medication. And once the dog is okay, we will let them out again. And it could be also people who have been calling to tell us about, inform us about accident dogs, dogs that are injured, puppy that doesn't have any mothers. Then we will take them in, but not otherwise.
Do all dogs have individual names?
Yes, every single one have an individual name. And they have each own folder wherein we put in their pictures, we put in updates, we put in their medication.
How do you adopt in case you are from a different country and can't come to Thailand?
Yes, you check the dog on our homepage website www.dogrescuethailand.com, and on that site we have the adopt, and you can go into adopt, and there is link with different dogs that is good for adoption and different dogs that you can sponsor. When you decide on the dog, you send an email to help@dogrescuethailand.com, and we will answer you all your questions and we will proceed. The procedure is you put the down payment, and then we will start the procedure with vaccine, chip, the necessary blood test that is needed in order for the dog to go enter different countries. So depending on each country, which country it is going can depend on different times. But usually it's between 3 to 4 months. And that is what we consider the quarantine here. And when we send the dog by flight to the different country, they can just collect the dog and go home with the dog. So they do not have to go any quarantine anymore. We fix all the papers. If you cannot come to Thailand to pick up the dog, we will see to it that we will get a flight volunteer to help you out.
Are there any other animals in the shelter?
Right now we have some cats that we have safe.
How many dogs on the streets do you see daily?
300 dogs daily that we feed, plus our own dogs, so between 500 to 550 dogs.
Questions for now. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you very much.